What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today we got the Frieren collab in AFK Journey. It's finally live on the server. You can find the Starlit Memories, Frieren's Gift and Frieren Recruit events right over here. Also, little pointer, Starry Ballad event is ending very soon, and if you're like me, you might have not completed it entirely and have one more loot to claim there, so definitely don't miss out on that. For Frieren though, very interesesting, very nice event. We do get Himmel and Frieren both for free. We are going to summon them on my account today as well, mostly focusing around Frieren, the main character of course. I think Himmel isn't even the main character in the anime, now that I think about it. Well, it certainly doesn't have too much screen time in there, but, well, very important character nonetheless. We're going to claim it for free right now, and then we are later also going to get Frieren. It's also always a little bit of a thing because you are going to get free summons throughout the entire thing. Down there, they are of course also in the shop alongside, and that is very cool, alongside a cosmetic for Frieren, Frieren's winter wear. Very cool thing, and a very nice skin that I also of course remember from the anime. By the way, fun fact, the names in this anime are all in German. Frieren is a German word, so is Himmel. Frieren means to freeze, Himmel means sky. Very interesting, and it is quite confusing when you watch that and all of the names are suddenly in German, but we're definitely going to buy that. That is a no-brainer in my opinion if it works. There we go. 120 dragon crystals. I got some dragon crystals from Loot Bar before we started this. You should definitely too, because they have a nice offer. They also give you a 3% discount coupon, and of course you can use points to get the 8% discount coupon and save a ton compared to in-game prices. And if you go through the link down in the description, you can also support me, and that of course is very well appreciated and helps me to do more videos. We will also buy the 2 packs with the copy here of Frieren and the copies of Himmel, because they are rather cheap compared to what you get. And while we are at it, come on. Did this have a cap of 40? That has a cap of 40! Madness! I remember buying out this shop during the first collab we had with Not So Lucy, the Fairy Tale collab. And we bought all of that, and now it's at a 40 cap. Madness! Okay. Quite insane. Today it's mostly about getting like a first idea of the hero and doing some nice summons. That is the goal for today, and then later on we are also going to test them, and we are also going to test them towards the end of the video if you are more curious about the gameplay itself. Frieren also already kind of insane because first of all she has this giant true damage. Look at those numbers, ladies and gentlemen. 1800% is a madness, and that is already something that we can see in game, because if we check that out, Dream Realm, I saw super high damage right here with Frieren and Himmel here from Hati, 593 billion. We can check out if he's placed 1 with that, and that should be the case. I still have to improve my look at the distance, my god. And I saw that also on the Apala already, that they are in the top position in Dream Realm. I wonder if that's going to stay that way, but giant true damage, that is something that can work in Dream Realm, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Is something they have been very hesitant with, to give us really good dimensional heroes. I think the only really good dimensional hero at release was Pandora, where everybody was hyped, and then afterwards, really, they have been kind of bad. I mean, we got Natsu, we got Lucy. They really didn't convince at the release. And then I think, well, we got the collab with Laios and Marcel as well. And I mean, Marcel certainly was pretty great. Laios is used in a few AFK stages as well, but it was never like this hype where you say, oh, we have to summon that hero because it is such a great pull. For, well, any game mode really. They were mostly like, okay, I mean, Marcel is great for PvP, and then they didn't really see the appeal of Laios, so, And I think they do this intentional, because it's kind of tough to obtain those heroes later on. It is possible through the rent system, but they really don't want to do it. I'm very hyped for the summoning animation here. Let's see what they did there. They used some interesting magic here. Stayed pretty basic with it. They stayed pretty basic with it. I think, honestly, they could do a little bit more for the summoning animation, especially for a character like Frieren. They could do a little bit more there. Not going to lie. I think that would be pretty great. We get the pack here, 2,500. We're going to skip it for now. Maybe we're going to go for it later. I do have a ton of gems prepared. I think we have so many summons though. I think we're going to skip a little bit, because I'm not a big fan, honestly, I'm not a big fan of that animation. Because the thing is, if you go for this animation, it's the same every single time. It's not going to change whether you have like a single pull, a double pull, or anything of Frieren in there. It's always going to be the same animation. So there's really no point in it, isn't it? So you can just skip it, I think. And it should offer us the skip animation in a second as well, once we have skipped enough. There we go, our next pull, we take it. I want to get a few double pulls as well. You need a ton of copies definitely for the Supreme Plus, so that would be rather helpful. And I mean, we do also, we do get a free Mythic Plus Himmel, so that is going to help. And I mean, we do also get a few copies of Frieren still, and probably we do get a few summoning things. I don't know how we are going to approach this. Skip all recruitment, yes, we do want to do that. I think we're going to go for Supreme Plus on both for now. I think that is a good place to stop, just because we are going to be on the safe bay where we can say, okay, we are going to go for Paragon a little bit later. For some heroes, it's just a little bit better to go for Paragon. Oh, back to back, ladies and gentlemen, I like to see that. Back to back, I like to see that. Can we go to fourth? Okay, was too much to ask, but I take those pulls. Whoa, very nice. Can we get a double pull? Can we make that happen? We don't even get double 8 here. Oh, there we go. Okay, but I think that wasn't the pity timer again. It's a lot faster like that, but I think it's okay. It saves us a lot of time. We do get the nice pulls, we take it. We saw the animation, which is very important. It is going to skip animation in the Himmel pulls if we are going to do them as well. Well, we can deactivate that in the settings, so we're going to do that, and then we can see the Himmel animation. Do we have enough copies already? Because that is going on quite quickly, but we might already have enough. Let's see how far we are for Frieren. 9 copies. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough, but we're still going to take it. What I like about this, we have this little tab here with the lore and the voice files. And usually I don't really look into that for the basic heroes, even though I know there's a lot of work from the people that voice those heroes. And they do a great job at it. I like to listen to this throughout the story when I play it, but usually during gameplay I don't check out the tabs. But it is very interesting, of course, for the Collab heroes, because of course Frieren, Natsulai's, all of those heroes, they do have this tab too, and it's quite iconic. I really like it. So definitely worth checking out, I think. Pretty cool. Oh, we do already have enough. Okay. Don't know why I thought it wouldn't be enough. 2 out of 6. Okay, so we are already fairly far into the next one. Yeah, I mean, we are going to get Paragon 1 probably eventually. What is her Mythic Plus? I didn't spoil myself with the abilities, to be honest. I saw the videos. I did. I had a leak sent to me. So I knew the abilities like a month before. I decided not to go into it. I don't know. I didn't want to. I didn't want to go into it. I just took my time and said, okay, we're going to enjoy it when the heroes actually release. And we're going to go ahead and get our first impression, get our first gameplay in there. I didn't even read it. Rebel starts Frieren casts defensive magic on herself and the frontmost ally when either takes damage exceeding 10% of the initial max HP. The excess damage is reduced by 75%. I thought basic combat magic is good enough for the magicians of this time. That is quite sad that we have to go on with defensive magic, but it's okay. Excess damage is reduced by 75%, reduced by 80%, and okay, extra Frieren haste. Yeah. I mean, if you want to use her as DPS, definitely 35 haste is a ton, so we definitely do want to have that. And I mean, I saw the people had their plus 25. We're going to go with the plus 10. We're going to go with the plus 10 for now. We're going to get the charms as well. Upgraded charms though, not the low ones. Getting those. And there we have Himmel. We take those as well already, so we don't have to enter this again. Socket. This is absolutely horrid. I think we can just go at attack haste. Doesn't seem too bad. I haven't checked out the ultimate power things. I would have forgotten it again. Bloody hell. I want to test both. So let's just go ahead. I think we're just going to go ahead and summon for Himmel as well, and then we're going to try the team that Harty had in there. I think that is probably the best way to approach it. It seems like some general damage increases from skill power, probably not too great. And then for a very quick Himmel summon here as well with the sword, Honestly, would have liked if they went for Old Man Himmel instead. I wouldn't hated that. I mean, I see the appeal in doing Young Himmel. I see the appeal. But Old Man Himmel, maybe we can do that as a skin. Ooh, as a skin, Old Man Himmel would have been so great. That would have been cool. I would have liked that. But he would have needed unique animations, I think. Would have needed unique animations to really make him feel in a good way. I think that would have been quite important for that. Let's do some quick summons. Oh wait, he's A tier. Ah, he won't have an animation anyway, doesn't he? But if you are ever deactivated recruit animations, the setting is right here. You can reactivate them, and if you want to see them again, you can just go in there, and then we can check out the Himmel animation. But they say it here. Raider can be obtained and upgrade to Mythic Plus by participating in the event. Oh, that is very, very good. I do like that. Was the animation different? Huh? Okay, I have no idea. We're just going to summon until we get the first one, then I'm going to quickly deactivate it. Is this a bug? Looks so weird. Huh. I don't know. Okay, we got Koran there. The next one that is guaranteed to summon him. I want to see if they put any animation there. Usually for A tiers they don't. A very short one. But maybe they did for Himmel. I don't know. I at least want to test it. So let's see. Should be on this one guaranteed. At least it didn't play. I don't know. Okay, we got an A tier pack there. Nothing too fancy. Let me deactivate the animations again. And we are back. Quick summons. We're going to go for Supreme Plus. I mean, are going to get some more copies from him through the event. I don't really mind if he ends up at like Paragon 1. Then we have him at Paragon 1. I think that isn't the toughest fate one can face, so I think it's alright. We are going to survive this. We're going to end up with him at Paragon. He is horrible! Not coming into our summons at all. My god, where are my back-to-back summons? I need the Frieren RNG back! Himmel is just... Maybe he's annoyed because I said I want Old Man Frieren skin. Old Man Himmel. And now he gives us the pity timer treatment. Ah, it's really full pity timer treatment. Really don't get a lot of A tiers either from this. Not at all. My god. Okay. Mr. Himmel. Could you please so kindly as to be a little bit more common in our summons? I would deeply appreciate that. It was on the pity timer again, wasn't it? Come on, back to back. We need a few back to back, a few early pulls here. I think the next one's already the last one that we need though, so... That was so expensive. That was no fun, really. I have to say that. Because that was really not very cheap. I think we summoned a few too many. I think it's a few too many. Doesn't matter. Then we at least have the difference to P1. Because that is also rather expensive. I think Mythic Plus only like... How many copies are there? 30? 40? Something like that. Oh, there we have it. So, we do need a few extra ones to actually reach Paragon 1 on him. It isn't too bad if we have some extra, because those extra 10 copies that we have may already be enough to him to reach Paragon 1. Probably won't, but that's not too bad. What do we have here? The tank and support members increase their max HP by 200% of Himmel's initial attack. The mage member and Himmel increase their attack. My god, what text this is. Okay, tank and support members. Okay. He has like another attack increase at plus 15. Might be important. I don't know. Let's set it up for plus 10. Let's put some charms on him. Let's upgrade the hero focus too. New thing on this channel. And then let's just see what we can do with that and if we can do some proper damage in Dream Realm with that already. If that is also already going to increase our damage a lot. Because I don't know. It's not a huge setup. It's definitely not the plus 25 Paragon 3 or whatever that Hearty had in there. But it should be fairly nice. It should be okay. We have to fix that before that though. That is ugly. Okay, very quick artifact fix here. Didn't do that. I actually finished that before we started the stream. Let's just hop in there. I don't even know if we have the right artifacts. Oh, that's a horrible thing. I didn't spend much this season. So my Solace is kind of low. My Gunnar is very low. Conte is actually good. And I mean, those are both pretty low. He went for the Himmel for Supreme Plus and then the Frieren to Paragon 3, which is, I think, what most people do. Makes also the most sense from the skills that I saw. The damage seems to be from Frieren, so in general, a higher Paragon on her will result in more damage. Whereas on supporters, you don't really need that. Let's do the battle. I want to see some animations. Frieren, of course, starting there. I haven't really seen her do that yet, but look how many buffs she has. That is crazy. Amount of buffs is also crazy. I want to slow that down for a second. Okay, we got Himmel over there, and we got all the magic coming there from Frieren. The animation here looks very similar to the fight that she had against her clone. Do you remember that? There was like the trial for being the, what was it, first class mage. And then she had a fight against basically a clone statue of her. And there she also used lightning like this. Because usually she's, well, not really hesitant with the magic, but it's not very flashy. It's not very flashy, the magic that she uses. It is rather basic, which makes sense because she always says it's easy to kind of defeat the magicians of her time. And she usually only stumbles across her own feet or over her own feet. When she tries to find treasure. You also always remember that. Okay, we instantly enter top 3. I mean, with huge distance to Hearty. But we also have, like, pretty crappy setup and probably wrong charms. I mean, look at that. We have a proper Solace. And all the damage is from Frieren. So shall we just upgrade Frieren? I don't hate the idea of doing that. I mean, we are place 3 on the server. He has 579 B Amarok. And JPR is also still higher than we are. We are place 3 on the server, but we went up by a lot. We went up by a lot. So they're definitely the best today. With Dreamrealm charts, the problem is always we don't really know what's tomorrow going to bring. Because with all those bosses, today you have Frieren, tomorrow it's suddenly Balren that is great. So that is definitely changed. Oh, I wanted to check that out actually. Never hesitates to splurge on magical items, whether they are safe or not. We see this with the mimics. Can't stand being called an old lady. But it's true though. Sorry. Animation? Okay, okay. It's pretty cool. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Actually very nice. Actually very nice. Cast Hellfire, Wolzenbell. Render damage to targets, adjacent enemies, burning the area for 5 seconds. We have a lot of area burns now in the game. Very, very interesting. That is actually quite insane. A little bit of CC here as well, which is pretty cute. I don't hate that. I don't hate the idea of just for this video going ahead and upgrading her. We don't have enough. We are too poor, guys. Poverty. I tried to fix that. Okay, found the fix. We can just use this pack, I think. Get another extra 10 summons with that. Again, check out Loot Bar if you want to support me. I basically buy all those packs with Loot Bar. And it absolutely helps me if you go ahead and use my link for that. That is great. Also, if you go for other games, that helps too. It's just important that you use my link and then do your purchases. Don't even have to do that every single time. But it's just a huge thing that helps keep me going here in AFK journey. So, let's go ahead and let's see if we can get that Frieren to a little bit more juicy level, ladies and gentlemen. Juicy level. Maybe thumbnail or title worthy level. Can we do that? Maybe we just do a few more summons on her. Because, I mean, what does keep us from it? It's just fun. We have to keep one copy side. We can't... that's why Hearty has her at P3. He's waiting for the last copy. Makes sense. Makes sense, because he gets one more copy. I was just like, why is she P3? It's probably because of that last copy that we get for free from the Frieren's gift event. Come on, let's upgrade her. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. She was so nice to us. I think she's just going to go ahead and get to us within our last 90k diamonds. We're going to get a ton of copies of her. Okay, copy number 1. Let's go. 3 more till P1. 3 more till P1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Ah, come on. Is Frieren there? 2 more. 2 more. Come on, quick summons here. We could use some back-to-back summons, some doubles. That would be really nice, but for the rate up's really rare. And 1 more, and then we have her at P1 already. There we go, P1. And honestly, it's like 20 summons. It could be enough. We could do P2. I mean, why not? Let's go. Goofy. We could do it with the P2, but it would help certainly if we got a few back-to-back summons, a few double summons. Because otherwise we might just be short. Then again, we get the last copy and then it works most definitely. So I guess that's also good. That's also good. Okay, we got another one. Let's do the next one. Did I even calculate that correctly? I think I horribly miscalculated. I think that really doesn't work at all. But we might just spend a little bit. There we go, we got another copy. We might just spend a little bit and make it happen. Oh, back to back. Come on. Fix my mouth. Fix my mouth, Miss Frieren. She's so much nicer to us than Himmel. She's so much nicer to us. I don't even get it. It makes no sense. Himmel has been so mean. Not arriving at all. Not being summoned. Come on. Come on, Frieren. Show us for the last time that you're nice. There you go. We have 3,000 left and I don't think we need another copy. So we can have ourselves like a nice little bit of copies there left. Paragon 1. Paragon 2. We take it. It's not super whale status. Let me check the charms. Okay, actually check the charms. They do use this one for Frieren, so it is correct. We can of course go ahead and upgrade those a little bit. Refine them. Which will give us a little bit higher upgrades right here. I don't even know if we can refine further already. Is that possible? Doesn't really matter. I mean, we're good enough for now. That's going to be nice. Plus 25 P2 Frieren. Don't need that. Thank you. And let's see if we can improve our score here a little bit. Let's see how much more damage that is actually going to do. All the charms, I'm going to show them after we are basically done with this attack. We're going to see how much we can do. Triple speed here. The damage numbers are racking up so much faster than before. Maybe we can do a nice little PvP fight. With the P2, I think we can actually do it. I think with the P2, we are actually... I mean, remotely able to do that. The problem is, if you have like a damage dealer, they always suffer a little bit in PvP when they are not at like the Paragon level that you're fighting. So if your enemy has like 4p4 units and you go in with your damage dealer that is like P1 or something, they do deal a ton less damage. 572. I like to see that. I like to see that. So essentially, just the upgrade right here. And basically the charm and probably the gear gave us already a huge boost, and the rest of it is probably, I mean, we do have an extra boost there which we can't afford. This would be more damage, wouldn't it? Because it has like this extra attack boost that we don't have. Yeah. I reckon if we had Himmel at plus 15, we would do the remaining damage to be really at like top 1. Eventually, we are going to be able to afford that, because in the Starlit Memories event, you do have the store, which has a ton of chests, and you can decide whether or not you go for, can we afford any of those chests? No, we are poor, as said. But they do include either the Soul Signal for Himmel, one singular one. Keep in mind, if you do a summon and you get Himmel, actually you get 8, or 4 Temporal Essence, so you can also use it for a ton of Temporal Essence. Not bad. And then we have Enduring Wish right here. A little bit of a story for that. And rewards are actually the flowers, Blue Moon Wreath, from the story, from Frieren's favorite spell, or really it's Flamme's favorite spell, wasn't it? That summons the Field of Flowers. So definitely a very interesting spell that we have. We have the cosmetic. Oh, we didn't use the cosmetic. Oh, we didn't use it. We have to use it. I like the base skin. I'll be honest. I don't even know if I like the winter skin more. But I think for 120 Dragon Crystals, it's okay. I think they did a smart play here. Not making it very expensive. I think a lot of people that like the anime will say, okay, I will just use 120 Dragon Crystals and go for it. It's a smart play. Get a lot of people to spend for the first time. I think that's the goal ultimately. Ah, it's so sinister again. I don't want to give sinister vibes to this video. Oh, I hate that. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that. But we have invested a lot into most of those actually. We went for Mastil, we went for like Crown, which I think I used to in PvP a lot. Got a lot of ranks from that. But I actually don't at the moment. So that's a little bit annoying. For Frieren, of course, I mean, do have a ton of damage right here. Making enemies that like targets her, which is a great way to say it. Frieren conceals her magic, because that's also the way she does it in the anime. Amplifies her magic power, increasing her damage dealt. 15 seconds into the battle. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I haven't built a team with her. I wonder how that works. If that works with like Pandora, so that you can like Pandora her, and then essentially take her out of the box, and then attack the enemy with it. A Traxie with the Divine Fortune title. I have that one too, actually. Has a Dunlinger in here. But also makes it kind of interesting. Makes it kind of interesting if we go for like a Dunlinger play here. Can we go like this? And then the question is, if we have that set up, how much damage does she do if we go for like this double immunity setup? How much damage does she do? We could go for like Pandora setup. Maybe we do that. I'm not too sure. We got that set up. Let's see how much damage she does without ult. So starts off not dealing a ton of damage basically. And she is immune, so she shouldn't have that much of a problem, but we have the enemy Dunlinger. We of course don't have a Dunlinger. So can become a bit of a problem. Contest was one shot. Frieren starting off with her ult. With an absolutely monstrous ray there that did nothing. Which is insane. Which is insane. And the reason I reckon is just that we have a ton of immunity on the enemy team and then there she's dead. I mean, it is mostly about that a lot of enemy units already avoid damage. It is an insane amount of damage that she dealt actually. I didn't even see that properly. It is an insane amount of damage that she dealt. It just didn't matter. Because like we have the enemy with Alna here, Saida. I mean, even if you deal a ton of damage to Saida, what happens? Well, she dies and then she respawns. Same for Thalia, which you really can't remove. You could get rid of the Solace, but it's a bit of a problem. And of course, this is a full P4 with like Alna P3 enemy team, which makes it a little bit of a struggle for her. But she did have this big damage. I want to try. I just want to throw out like a big ult. Maybe not against the Traxie. It would work, but I don't know if I necessarily want to. Let's just place her there. I don't know if we can make her survive with Pandora. I do want to try. She should still target her, right? Let's try that. Did. Okay, this worked. I mean, she will come out of the box, and I'm not too sure if at that point enemy Dunlinger here. Ooh, taking big damage. Not bad. Frieren's still there. I want to see if she can do like a big ray. Let's see. Frieren ult coming out. Frieren ult doing absolutely... Ui! That was like, what? How did she survive? How did she survive? So like 3 million true damage hits. That's insane. Okay, I mean, it wasn't really effective. It wasn't a win, because the win condition of the teams is in general something a bit more in-depth than having a giant ray of damage, basically. But considering I always wanted to have one hero that I never really got, and she's kind of it. Do you guys remember that? I don't know which season it was particularly, but do you guys remember the Kamehameha wave Mirael? The one that basically went into Durastral, where they changed the abilities in Durastral, and Mirael got like this Kamehameha wave where she dealt a ton of true damage, essentially with like a giant ray. It feels a little bit like it, and that makes me really love it, honestly. On top of that, a ton of damage in Dream Realm, a giant death ray. And I don't know if it's necessarily going to be great for PvP, because, well, I mean, like, at least something like the Saida or Natalia are not really going to care about it. And the requirement to really pull it off with, like, essentially 15 seconds into the battle, only having the huge damage increase, makes it a little bit complicated, I guess. But, yeah, that is, the idle animation is great, honestly. I love it. So, Frieren has me convinced in a way. It is a hero where I can just see that she becomes off meta again. Where it's just like, okay, probably not too insane in PvP, unless maybe we get like a huge defensive era where all the heroes try to defend against something and you can come with like your true damage death ray, and if you get to pull it off, you win. That is something that I could see, but this is kind of like Mersil, where the main thing going for her is like pretty big damage. So I'm a little bit afraid that this might be cool now, work for now, and very, very quickly be outdated. So that is something that I'm a bit afraid of with her, especially if I would be asked to say, okay, Wraec, do you recommend her? Would you say this is a hero that I should go for? Then at this point I would say, okay, I struggle a little bit. But it's still interesting. We have the burn area, we have the vitality reduction, and then we get, oh, I mean, that's hard to say no to. That's hard to say no to. That is just a little bit, yeah, that is difficult. I can't really deny that I love that. I guess like a lot of people too. We got the stun there. We got the vitality. That is definitely the scene where she fought the copy of herself. Of course, can't show you in this video, sadly. I really like her. I really like her, but it's not a healthy way to like her, because she's not a hero that I should like, because I know that she's going to be off meta probably within like the middle of the next season, but I do like her. And if I had the resources right now to make her P3, I would. If I had the resources to make her crown, I would. Just because that is just like, I could watch this the entire day. Honestly, I should have made the entire video just to try a stage here. One death ray after the other. That is too great. That is too great. I really like that. 300 gems too. If you're looking for some gems, can do the same for Himmel. I have to talk a little bit more about Himmel. I haven't really done too much about this in this video, but I think I'm going to go into the testing phase, and we're going to go ahead and yeah, do a little bit more about them separately, a little bit more of a review, I think, that I would definitely recommend you subscribe to this channel for, so that you can check this out. And yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that both of them made it immediately into Dream Realm. Can do like a few skips maybe to see if we can improve our score here. I would reckon the rest of the damage that we are still lacking is kind of relying on like the plus 15 of Himmel, 574 that we got there now. But it's a pretty substantial increase, at least on this boss, to what we had there before. We could still increase it a little bit. I think we were going to hit 575 with a little bit of luck, and then with Himmel we could probably hit 579, 580 maybe with the plus 15. But I don't have the resource for that right now. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. Let's see our district ranking. Not too bad. We could get Amarok probably with like the last upgrades. Hearty, bit of a tough one, because it just there's like way bigger heroes than we have. So that's a bit of a thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the Frieren and Himmel collab. And I hope if you want to support me, you hit the loot bar button. Because I know that some of you guys are going to spend, of course, on Frieren and Himmel. And I can't deny that Frieren, of course, has caught my eye in that sense with her super death ray. But if you want to support me with that, hit that loot bar. then get yourself the dragon because it's a little bit cheaper, and that is definitely a nice idea to do. So in any other way, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a nice time with the collab, and we'll see us in the next one.